Ever try to hold back your feelings? But it just wouldn't say. But when I finally found the words to say.
Hey everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. Today's video is going to be another watch me work, and I've already applied my client's full cover extensions. So I want to apologize in advance for my voice. I know I sound like a grown-ass man, but I have like a little bit of congestion, and yeah, so I'm trying to work through that. My client today is actually my daughter, and she has the Apres medium natural coffin, and they look longer on her because her hands are so small. Today's design, she wanted just a black and white theme, so I decided to go with a black and white blooming gel marble, and I actually have a blooming gel video that I will try to remember to put up in the cards so you could check it out. But yeah, thank you all so much for being here. I know I took a little bit of a break. I was just exhausted. I was tired, so I did take a little bit of time for myself. I appreciate you all so much for continuing to watch. I thank you all so much for being here. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one. So as you saw, this set starts out with 2 coats of Cozy Cashmere from IGel Beauty, which is by far my favorite nude. It works so well with so many different skin tones, from light complexions to darker complexions, and I kind of liken it to Piglet, being such a universal nude shade. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do 2 coats, and I'm curing in between each coat for 60 seconds. For her blooming gel marble, she wanted to do black and white, and I also added a little bit of the Kiara Sky silver glitter liner, and I am using the Blossom Gel from IGel Beauty. So as always, I like to lay my colors down side by side. It's okay if they touch, they don't have to, but it really doesn't matter. And I don't have a particular order when I'm laying my colors down unless I'm using like a rainbow type of design. I'll put the pink next to maybe orange, and then orange next to red, blue next to green, and so forth and so on. But because I'm only using a few colors here, it didn't matter, which way I lay the colors down. So with blooming gel or blossom gel, you want to apply it very thin because it is such a thick gel. It has a tendency to pull and run, and I always do one nail at a time, and I like to go back and forth. So you'll notice I do her pinky nail on one hand and then clean my brush, move to the other hand. If you are doing like an isolated marble, or you know exactly where you want your marble design to be, I suggest only putting the blooming gel in that particular area. If you are unsure of where your blooming design is going to be, go ahead and put down a thin layer over the entire nail, just so that no matter where you put it, it will bloom and spread. On most of her nails, because I wanted to do a different area on each nail, I just tried to put it down where I plan to put my marble design. I like to pick up my paint from different areas on the palette. I used to put down my colors and use a dotting tool to kind of like swirl the colors together. But here lately, I've liked to just scoop up a little bit from each color and then lay it down on the nail. There's no particular way that I do it. If I want more black, I'll scoop up more black and just place it down. And the same for the other colors on the palette. Because blooming gel is so thick and then you're adding gel polish on top of that, the nail can get bulky. So you want to be sure to clean up the sides of the nails as you go, just to maintain the shape of the nail before you cure it. It's so much easier to just clean it off before it's cured into place, as opposed to trying to file it back into shape once it's cured. If you don't have blooming gel or blossom gel, try out base coat. I did a video, my last video I think, for Nail Reserve, and I used their base coat to swirl my colors together. Base coat doesn't really make the colors bloom, but it does allow for you to take a dotting tool or a small brush possibly to swirl the colors together to get a similar effect. So this is where things get a little bit tricky. She wanted a couple of charms, and as I stated before, her nail beds are so small. And so when we went in and I applied the charms, I kept looking at it and I'm like, this is way too big for your tiny little finger. You have newborn baby hands and this thing is huge. So, we kept looking at it. I cured it on and then she looked at it and I'm like, it's going to catch on everything. It's going to snag. You could get scratched, and we decided to take it off. So what I did was I clipped it off and I decided to replace her charms with these flat black and white 3D flowers. Something smaller and just a bit more flat to the nail so we didn't have to worry about it catching. And once I clipped the charm off, I just used my e-file to drill off the glue from the initial charm. And because we covered it up with this flower, you can't even tell anything happened. It was like magic. I just positioned the flower right over the area where the charm was before and added a few rhinestones, and we kept it pushing. I just didn't want it to become an issue with it being so bulky on her hand or on her nail. So yeah, that was the switch up that we did, and it worked out for the best. Another quick tip that I wanted to give you is when you are applying large charms or like these 3D flowers, you may want to grab a handheld LED UV lamp and cure that charm up close with the light. Especially if the charm does not sit completely flat on the nail or there's any space between the charm and the nail, just because you have to remember that charm is covering the glue that's directly underneath it. So putting the client's hand directly in your full-sized lamp, the light may not hit that glue, so you have the edges of the glue cured, but the glue that is underneath the charm in the middle may not cure from the full-size light, and it may cause your charm to come off. So once I add my precision glue, I do go in with my handheld LED UV lamp and just cure really close to the charm, just to cure that glue directly underneath it. So as always, I'm going to go ahead and finish up this set with my IGel Beauty No Wipe Top Coat. I'm also going to go around her 3D flowers with No Wipe Top Coat on a liner brush, just so that I can get right up on that charm and go around it with the top coat as well. I hope you all are having an amazing week. I thank you all again so much for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. My channel is growing. Thank you all so much. I will see you all again soon in the next one. Bye.